Yeah, I know what you mean though, Ripper. Adulthood, and now I'm circling back to being silly, whimsical, and youthful. Exactly. See, someone understands. Someone gets me. I've had the TikTok audio stuck in my head all day that's like, somebody gonna match my freak. Dun, 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 dun. And then I come to chat and I'm like, oh yeah, chat. Chat will always match my vibes. All right. I need to organize my inventory. Put some of this away that we had out for from being in the caves. We might go back in the caves though because we did not get our auto petter and we have a couple of days to waste. Although I need to get more snacks first. We have a couple of days to waste until the next season. And I still want an auto petter. So, fighting something off. I'm going to take it real slow today and just be a cheeky lurker. No worries, no worries. I hope that you feel okay tomorrow. I hope that things lighten up for you, friend. I know you've had kind of a busy week this week, so I'm sorry that it's like catching up to you or slowing you down, but sometimes our body just tells us what they need. A little bit slower. We do need to get seeds when this season changes as well. Let's water the... Oh, they have water. Can you... Is this ready? No, this is not ready. Alright, you're fine then. Goodbye, little slime. Alright, I try my best to pet as many of them as possible, but now that they're free roaming, it's a little tricky. Oh, also I think I have time paused, which I do not need to. Yeah, get some good rest in, friend. For sure, for sure. It's important. We should have a bunch of snacks we could use in the mines in here. Normally I sell this stuff, but if we need it for mining today, that's fine. Although I'll put some of the eggs in. I think I got less eggs because I've been bad at petting everybody. Schwoops. Schwoopsie daisies. Hello, Mo. Welcome in. Thank you for the quiet hello. I hope you're doing good. Sleep now that the neighbor has done with the drills. I've been awake since 5. Oh my gosh. Ripper. Please get some rest, bestie. That's a lot. I know it's pretty common for you, but still. I worry. I want you to get all the sleepies that you need. Oh, we got a... Is that a truffle? Oh, no, it's a stump. Okay. I'll sell that, and I guess maybe I should carry that with me, huh? We'll sell the void eggs. Keep the rest for nickel snacks. These potatoes. Good time zone, love. Thank you for popping by. I know it's often quite late for you. And it means a lot to me that you come sneak in even for a little bit before bed. They want quartz. Okay, I should have that in my inventory, I think. Gotta keep the fishies happy. How do I give it to you? I have them. Oh, there we go. Oh, you get to like throw them in. That's so fun. Yay! Cute. Okay, and look at this row. Do I have fish in here? Oh, I have no fish in there. I thought I had fish in all of them, so that's awkward. Let's see. Have anything interesting to put in there? I just kind of put random fish in there, I'm not gonna lie. Put a blobfish. We could put eel. I don't know what's more worth it. Hello, Crow. Welcome in. Thank you for the daily. How are you today? Also, I think I missed in all the hype, some of you answered my question about like what media y'all have been doing and stuff. Let me see. I'm cleaning out my cricket mats today, and I'm gonna make some confetti. Oh, that's fun. I've been going through and separating things that can go away for 7 months and things I cannot be away from and must come with. I feel like I was watching the new bits of that 90s show, but damned if I could tell you a single thing. Oh no. That's fair. We've been kind of on a TV show slump right now. Just because a lot of our favorite shows, like, turned off for the fall, or until the fall. So, we'll obviously have the Olympics in like a month or so, but, what fish to put in ponds? Stardew Valley. Not that I care too much, but lava eel, squid to make calamari if you want to befriend Pierre. I mean, I don't like Pierre. Blobfish is a good one. Okay, I have one of those, and I was thinking of putting that in there anyway. Okay, cool. I'll do blobfish then. Yeet! Alright, buddy. Have fun. We got super cucumbers in there. Very good. Did you ask about colors? I did, yeah. If y'all want to share if your daily color, if your day was a color, and what color would it be and why, I would love to know. Let me water our doggo. What color would I say my day is? Since I suppose I should answer myself. I feel like a purple today. But if I'm being completely honest, I couldn't really tell you why. It's just how I feel. Guess like I'm sleepy, but a little bit. I have a little bit of anxiety today. So kind of a mixed bag. Still those. And those. I've gotten such into the habit of pressing I to bring up the inventory menu in Palia and Coral Island that I keep doing it in this game, but I in Stardew is a mod and it brings up a mod menu and I'm like, heck, wait, that's not what I want. Okay. What did I come in here for though? I low key for ore. Yeah, what was I in here for? Oh. I remember. Put that on my fishing rod. And then tools. Actually, I guess this would go in here. Everything else is good. I actually don't need to carry those shears and stuff around with me anymore now that I have an auto grabber, do I? That doesn't make sense to take up inventory space. And these are the same. So let's clear up some inventory that way. And then we shall be on our way. Do I need to craft anything? I need mega bombs, which I think I can get in the desert. I probably should get some snacks. Do I have a lot of seeds though? TBD. No, not really. I think I can make 5. Oh no, I need acorns. This is the problem. I changed how all my stuff looks, so I don't know where it is. I don't think I have any acorns. Rip. No snacks for me. It's fine. We'll just see how far we can get. Today is a very warm, soft teal. Lots of work to do, but also lots of waiting, so I'm taking things easy while I can. I have a feeling I'm going to be back into getting into live stream actual D&D shows. Ooh, yeah, that could be fun. You've been doing some Dimension 20. Hi, Grave. Welcome in. Eee, your name is a different color. That's so fun. I like it. Look at your little light blue. I've been more into light blue lately, so it's a total vibe on my end. Periwinkle boy. Periwinkle pal. Periwinkle pal. Bug girl in another dimension. All valid. All great. Alright. Wait, I should craft the bombs with her. Resources. Let's take these. Mega bombs. And then we can make some regular bombs too. Oh wait, that goes in resources. What else does she sell? Artifact trove. Spicy eel with rubies. Do I have... Oh, yeah. Ooh, nice. Okay. That's pretty elite, too. Okay. Cool beans. Periwinkle pal, bug girl. Listen, I'm just telling y'all right now in advance, if Final Fantasy streams occur, you can single-handedly blame E and Mal for that. I'm making no promises because I don't know what's gonna happen, but I feel the temptations, and I can blame only 2 people. All right, let's freeze this on purpose because I don't mind, obviously, the challenge of like having to work towards getting further in the Skull Caverns, but sometimes doing the same levels over and over again can be kind of repetitive, and I wish that I could start where I left off for that reason. Like maybe after you hit level 100 or something like that, that you could like, I don't know, jump some kind of level, because like I just want to see what's on other levels for like rewards and stuff, and it's so hard. Why fight the urge, Puppo? Why not give in to the urge? Well, I actually right now, unless you're playing, are you looking to play on an old character, or are you looking to start over when you do go? Because that kind of determines too. Papa, we can play together when they open up the servers. Oh, ow. But if you're looking to start a new character, unfortunately, the servers are currently closed, so they'll be open again once the congestion from Dawn Trail lies down, and so you might want to wait until that happens. Well, you'll have to wait until that happens if you're trying to start a new character. And then I'm gonna have to have E teach me all of the skills they have in taking cute photos, because their photos are next level. And I already have Reshade on my computer. From The Sims, so. I don't want to irritate the hyperfixation until... Yeah, no, that's fair. Are you gonna set up your PC at your parents' house? Or are you gonna have to live without it for 7 months? Oh goodness, for your sake, I hope it's the former. I would expire! Mood. I'm such a little PC lad. I too would expire. Yeah, but a laptop is just not the same. Not the same. I used to be such a laptop gremlin when I was in college. Did this happen to any other gamers? Like, I used to be such a laptop gremlin in college. Like, laptop used to be totally fine for me, not a problem at all. I would do everything on my laptop when I was in college. Like, I was pretty used to it. And then I got a PC set up with 2 monitors, and I started using the big monitors of 2 monitors at school at one point, and then I could never look back, because now it's like, oh my god, that monitor screen is so small. It's so small, and like, yeah, I can't do it now. Let me put that there, because I need those. All getting packed up on Saturday. Fair, fair, fair. You don't have, yeah, you don't want to push it either. And you can, yeah, if you just pick up a new character, you can't get in right now anyways, so. But I'll let you know when I do get in, and maybe we can play together if you want. I'm looking for more friends to play it with it, because that's been a big piece of advice, was to like play more with friends when you first get into it. Because I know that the first levels, like the 50 levels, can be a little like bleh. So. And E said they have some little critters for me, so I'm excited. I'll have to pick which one of the little critters they were showing me. I think for me, it's going to be a game where I'm going to have to play while I'm like high, to be honest, because that's when I care the least about having to do like repetitive tasks over and over again. Like that. That's when I play the most Palia. Like, I love Palia, but you actually don't catch me streaming it all that often, and that's because I'm not high when I'm streaming, and I feel like it just hits different late at night when I'm vibing. Oh, I feel like knock on wood, but I feel like bringing the lucky foot down here has helped already so much in terms of monsters, which is silly. I should have brought one yesterday because I have plenty of them, but I forgot that that's a thing that you can do, to be honest. Like, it's all just these little bugs, which are so easy. They just go in the same fly patterns, and they don't attack you. Ooh, I almost got hit by that one, though. Which would have been my own fault. My own dang fault. Oh my god. He has a cake in him. You have a cake in you, bud. Thank you for the cake. I'm gonna eat it. Nom. Excellent. Hi, Rad. Thank you for the quiet hello. I love you. I hope you're doing good. Cake. I know, right? I wound up making dinner last night, and I had cornbread for the first time in forever, and it was so good. I forgot how much I loved cornbread. Oh, I still hate the mummies, though. Ooh, that does sound nice. That does sound nice. I made chili. I made a beef chili with cornbread with honey. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was pretty good. We made them into chili dogs. And then I think we're gonna have leftovers tonight to keep Toast from having to... The goal was to have Toast not have to cook today after doing all the rocks. So, and we have chicken katsu and chili leftovers in there. Yeah, we were like, you probably can cook, but it would be unpleasant, all things considered. Last time they did the first go at the rocks, their legs were pretty beat up for a couple of days, so... We're already kind of flying today compared to yesterday, so that's good. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Nice. I switched over to my controller. But it's been a minute since I played on controller, and I kind of forgot the controls, and then those green things were all flying at me, and I was like, wait, I don't know what I'm supposed to press. Hold on. Oh god, oh god, oh god. This level looks feisty, and I need a snack. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, shoot. I didn't want that. I wanted to keep, ah man, I was doing so good and I had snacks too, but there were so many of them. Heck. Not the 1,000 G's. No, you took my cheese. Oh no, that's so homophobic. I'm insulted. Give me my cheese back. Ugh. I'm upset. It was such a good day too. Let me see. I want my cheese back. Oh. I didn't want 999 cheeses. I just wanted my normal amount of cheeses. Close your eyes, chat. You saw nothing. Okay, let me put stuff away. Mineral, 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 mineral. Omni geode. Resources, resources. Okay. Okay, we'll have to try this again, gamers. That was so annoying because, like, I had the snacks to fix it, too. I just... couldn't click over to the snacks fast enough to make it happen. It's not like I ran out of snacks. I think that actually might be my first time ever dying in there, too. If I'm not mistaken. It's okay, it's hydrate or die straight time, chat room. If you haven't had anything to drink in a momentum. Right. Take 2. I'm back to my keyboard. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to click that. I didn't mean to do that. No, no, no. I just got here. Alright. That was unfortunate. Everybody wipe that from your memory. Hello, Lex. Welcome in. How are you? How's your Thursday going? Ow, ow. Wiping memory, thank you. I died in the skull caverns for the first time, and we were level 35 down, so it was tragique. Let's just hope we get just as many little drops this time so that we can quickly make our way back, hopefully. we collect up a good number of stones, we can also make some stairs, although I'm not sure I can be trusted with stairs because my past frantic attempts to put stairs down in levels like the one that we died on have led me to put down more than one set of stairs. And for them being 99 stones each, that is not ideal for me to waste them. Wasted. Come on, come and get me. I don't want to fight you up here with these bugs. All that effort, and they didn't even open the ladder. Where's the ladder? Why am I having to hit every single rock to find the ladder? Oh, what? Dip, duck, dodge. I'm out of here. I'm trying to speed run my way back to level 35. So we can all pretend like that never happened. Ow, ow, ow. Munch, munch, munch. Hi, Mousy. Welcome in. How are you? Fuck your mummies and fuck your chicken strips. Why? I hate the mummies so much. No, 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 no. Oh, I love when you manage to trap all the slimes in a little corner. It's elite. Although this one little last one is giving me trouble. He won't leave me alone. Alright. Oh, there's another slime in here, dang. Y'all, we gotta manifest some more of those, little holes that drop me down. That was how I got so far so fast the first time. I'm like, oh, where are those? Give me some more of those. Wait, how can I get around? Oh, I can, okay. I do want to go open these, boxes before I go. Oh, my inventory is full. Genie shoes. Oh, I wonder if those are better than the shoes I'm wearing or not. Monster loot. No, I think I'm good. Minerals. Boop, 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 boop. Resources. Oh, I did have one. There we go. Okay, wait. So I have on these, which are +3 defense and +5 immunity. These are +1 defense and +6. No, I think I like what I have on better. Where have I been putting? Hello? I know I had... Oh, they're in there. Okay. Alright. Whenever we go back, we need to go to Stinky Clint and crack open all these geodes because we have an obscene amount of geodes. Also, let's make some stairs real quick to help us out. Alright. I keep seeing on my Steam page, all my friends, it'll be like, blah 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 is playing Final Fantasy. Da 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 is playing Final Fantasy. Thank you for the follow, friend. Welcome in. I guess we'll just go down. Might as well. I'm intrigued to see how this weekend goes because, Toasty is... We've been talking a lot about how we have, like, a lot of random little projects that need to get done. And so something we've talked about is giving Toasty certain weekends where I will entertain myself and they can go do spin the ADHD wheel, as they like to say. And pick some stuff to work on. And so I think they're gonna do that this weekend. So I'll have to figure out what I want to do. If Final Fantasy will let me in by then, I'll try it. I'll definitely probably read. So I'm trying to keep up with reading a decent amount for our book club book. At the end of this month, we have book club. So I want to be ready. I'm kind of nervous about this one because I feel like it's a little more historical, which is fine. Topic-wise, it's like not bad. But I don't know if that's like to me is like a little bit harder to come up with like talking points and questions because I just feel like I'm learning facts, you know? Like I'm not really... I don't know. I'm sure I'll come up with something. I just have a very anxious brain, which is activated right now because I had to have a hard conversation with someone yesterday. So I'm sure by the time that book club actually comes around for the month, I'll be chilling. I also always get nervous for book club, and it literally always goes amazing because everyone who comes is just brilliant and kind, and I don't know. I think it's because, you know, how school will like ruin certain things for you. When I was a senior in high school, I had to like take this. Well, I didn't have to. I had the choice to take either an economics class. I think it was economics, and then you had to take, maybe it was like economics and statistics or something. It was like a double class. You had to take that, or you could take something called senior social, which I don't really know how they got away with that, because like if you compared those two courses, they just aren't really comparable. The economics class was definitely much more of a standard class, whereas the senior social one was kind of a whoa, 28 to 46. Oh, I guess actually mine's better, but we picked up this cool sword by accident, this little cool dagger. Weird. I have no idea why they made those comparable. I honestly, if I had to guess, I think that the teacher who taught it had been teaching there for a really long time, and so he had a lot of like pull. So he was able to like convince them to let him do it, even though it definitely didn't make a whole lot of sense. But in that class, we would basically read, it was a glorified book club class. Like we would all read the same book for the like 2-week period or whatever it would be, and then like once per semester, everyone had to be the person in charge of leading the discussion for the week on the book. And it always felt like so much pressure to be the one basically like teaching the class. And so I think sometimes when I'm like getting ready for book club, my little brain goes back to like that anxiety, even though obviously I made this book club myself and no one's grading me and I'm not being assessed, but it can be hard to like unlearn that. I pick places I like. That's super fair. I'm definitely glad I did not have to take economics. That does not sound interesting to me at all. One of my good friends in college was an economics major, and I would often see her doing her homework because we would study in the same area, and she would use like the whiteboard and then like draw out all these like weird problems that she had to do. And I was like, that looks so confusing. That is not how my little noggin works at all. Okay. We made it past level 35 again, y'all. Rip us dying, though, because we could be on level 60 now. And I definitely used a lot of my snacks, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, kind of the same. She was also, like, pre-law, so I don't know. She was really smart, but she was just really smart in a very, very different way than me. We had, like, very different brains. Like, I feel like she felt similarly about my coursework. She was like, oh my god, that looks so hard. Like, that's not for me at all. And you're just reminded that, like, you know, people's brains are different and, like, what comes naturally to them is so different, which is really strange, but cool also. The probability of social choice. An intro to logic because no one cares what you do with English degrees. Mood. I'm still mad that my school didn't let me have my English degree or my English minor, because I had studied, I had switched majors a lot, and one of the last majors that I studied pretty extensively before I switched to the major I got my degree in, which I wound up eventually getting a degree in human resources and higher education. which was like a build your own degree mix of like education, like social work, research, etc. Was English education, like English, like high school education. And I had met all the requirements for the English courses. Like I took all the English courses you needed for the English minor, because I was originally going to be like an English teacher. So originally it would have been a major actually of mine. It would have been a dual major between education and English. So I had taken all those courses already. Oh, stop, 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 stop. Oh, I was trying to have a snack. Buds. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not me almost being taken out by the slimes. But because of how my school worked, like, different degree programs would be in different, like, home colleges, I guess you could say. And so when I switched over to my current, like, the degree I got at the end, that was considered like a my oh shoot, oh gosh, sorry, that scared me more than it should have. My home college changed to the education school instead of what it was before was the English school, like the College of Arts and Sciences or whatever. And so like they said I couldn't have the degree basically, or the minor. I couldn't actually graduate with the minor because I didn't meet the home college's like general education requirements, even though I had already met the general education requirements for the education school, and I never understood why they were trying to force me to meet the requirements for both schools. Like that never made sense to me. I was like, nobody could finish like that much schooling on time if they actually had to do all that. Like it doesn't make sense. I feel like they were just giving me a hard time about it for no reason. And then I was like, fine, whatever. I was like, at the end of the day, it's a minor, so I'm not gonna like beef with y'all about it too much, but it definitely is annoying. Why do I have 3 steel falcon swords? My goodness. I should probably, oh, I should probably put these stairs like up here. With my degree in computer science, a lot of the professors don't understand how to explain it in a different way. They just keep repeating what they said already. Oh, here's my opinion on that. I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but I experienced that a lot in college too, in certain classes. And I think the reason that that happens is because a lot of professors actually come to university to do research, and they get forced to teach as part of their contract, but really they just want to be there for the research funding. They don't really want to teach students, and they're not trained to teach students oftentimes. I feel like oftentimes they are much more research focused, and they don't know a lot of like skills. They're just an expert in their topic, but not an expert in teaching. And I think that that is exactly when it shows up, is when you have a student who doesn't understand and they're not able to adjust their teaching at all because they only know how to explain it from this one way, from their like expertise in Aw, thank you, E. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm also excited for cute clothes and to take cute pictures with you. It'll be fun. But yeah, they don't know how to actually teach. That's exactly it, Finn. It's really rough as well. It's really rough. Oh, not the mummies. I'm out of here. Heck the mummies. I need to see if there's like a ring or something I can get that like gets rid of the mummies, because those are my least favorite to deal with. Oh my god, look at all those holes. That sounds bad. Whoops. I wish you could know, like, how many, like, if each hole goes down the same amount or not. Or if there's, like, a better one. Ooh, yeah, building a portfolio is always good. I feel like degrees aren't as surefire of a way to get jobs nowadays, and that a portfolio like that can be really useful to for like trying to get a job, so it's definitely worth. All right, little buggy, out of my way, please. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. A lot of people were there were some folks having some chats about doing some coding and game design in chat yesterday too. Which makes sense that a lot of people who are into that kind of stuff are on Twitch. Not me hitting myself. Whoops. We need good web devs. Create a game with your partner. That'd be so fun. Heck yeah. I'm forgetting who it was yesterday who was working on making some games. And I asked them about what type of games they want to make. And they said they wanted to try like making games that mix genres, which is super cool. But I don't remember who was saying that to me and I feel bad. Ooh, that's cool. My best friend from high school is an artist, and she's been helping her friend, well, a couple of her friends, do all the art for a board game they're trying to make. You know, who knows if it'll ever like come to fruition, but I think it's so cool. Ow, I keep hitting myself with those. I keep trying not to and it doesn't go very well. That's a real hot button topic for sure. Small tip, remember that web mobile accessibility can be different, and being able to shift from one to the other is a huge asset. Interesting. Yeah, we were working on my wonderful pal and whimsy team leader, Fia, was working on making us like a card for our stream team. And that was something we were running into where the version of the desktop version would look good and like it was like ready, and then we'd look at it on mobile and we'd be like, oh, wait a minute, I currently work on a project that's a web application, for the government, and it needs to follow WCAG accessibility guidelines to AA level, and the online resources for implementing stuff are pretty lacking. Ugh. I wish I could say like that I'm surprised that something related to accessibility would be lacking, but unfortunately, I am not. Hopefully y'all can figure it out though. This is bad and not this is how you. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's difficult to deal with. For sure. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, shoot. Heck. Yeah, a lot of stuff is not really made for screen readers. Like, there's even a lot of talk about how Twitch is not the best for screen readers. I think something about. I don't use a screen reader, so I can't say this for sure, but I feel like I've seen some conversation about it, about how there's a lot of like symbols and stuff in the Twitch chat that make screen readers have a little bit of a hard time. Which makes sense to me. Ugh, I'm sorry, Banana, that's the worst. I wish I could be a QA tester for games. I feel like one of my things that I would be really good at that I have literally no idea how to get involved with, so I probably never will, but like I wish, is things that people find like straightforward in games. I'm really good at getting confused, and I feel like because of that, I'd be really good at identifying where things could use like more clarity in the instructions. And I feel like that's a skill I wish I could monetarily capitalize on, but I don't know how to do it. Like me with Palea right now, I'm like, Toasty's like, you just do this. And I'm like, huh? Like, I just get so confused so easily, which you'd think would be bad, but I feel in this case could be an asset, potentially. Yep, I get lost, and I also, like, I think a lot of times games don't account for, leaving the game for a while and then coming back. Or even, honestly, just coming back between playthroughs. And they give you, like, some, like, key information. Like, not to, like, hate on Paleo or anything, because obviously I really enjoyed the game, so, like, don't take me the wrong way, but, like, I'm gonna use them as an example. Like, a lot of their quests have little, like, hints, and I took like 3 months off of playing and came back, or I'll come back the next day, but I don't remember what the little hint was, or even what the little hint in the quest log that it tells me means anymore, because I'm like now outside of the context of the original hint where it made sense. Yep. I also am really good at breaking games. Unintentionally. I'll never forget falling beneath the earth the first time we played Little Kitty's Big City demo. That made me laugh so hard. I was like, oh, well, I guess we're done for today. I feel like with alpha and beta testing, though, at least nowadays, it's often not paid work, no. It's just kind of like volunteers. Not that I necessarily wouldn't do it just because of that, but I've noticed that more recently. Oh, shoot. I don't want that there. Alright, monster loot. Opening it up always allows to get a bigger pool of testing done. Yeah, that makes sense. Two devs and it's always the same of them too, but that's also because they're the one doing the manual testing of new features before it's automated. That job, I'd be good at it. I don't even know if I'd like it that much though, to be honest. Like bug testing and stuff. If I had my dream, if we're talking about in the games industry, my dream job would definitely be to do like community management for sure. But I've been trying to think a lot about it was on my mind to think a lot about you know what I would want to do if my health journey goes well enough where I'm able to get like more of my symptoms managed and maybe I can work. Obviously, like I would love to still fit streaming in there somehow and what have you, and maybe I would decide even to keep streaming just like on choice, but you know, the question kind of arose that like, you know, the reason that this became a full-time gig for me was out of like need, not necessarily out of choice. And so I was like reflecting a lot on, you know, if that changes, if I no longer like have to do this as a full-time gig, do I want to? And slash, you know, does it make sense for me to? Because obviously it keeps me at a pretty low income bracket doing fully freelance, but it has a lot of, you know, benefits as well. And so I've been thinking a lot about that because I don't know like what industry I would like kind of try to barge my way into if I wind up being able to work again. I also don't know if I would want slash need another degree for whatever I want to do. There's just so many there's so many things that I think I would be decent at and enjoy that I find it really hard to decide. Pretty much most things like helping people is pretty accessibility testing. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be fun. I have like imposter syndrome sometimes around like talking about accessibility stuff though, as I definitely need and benefit from accessibility when it comes to stuff that relates to neurodivergence, but I don't have like physical limitations when it comes to gaming too much, although my hands are getting closer and closer to that not being true anymore. But, you know, I don't use a lot of like extra controllers or like settings or things that I feel like is the primary focus of accessibility when it comes to games specifically. So I usually tend to err on the side of referring to my friends who do have my like colleagues who do have physical disabilities who are like impacted and have to play like all their games differently. Yeah, like if somebody wanted me to do it from a perspective of like a neurodivergent person, like autism especially, like I think my most knowledgeable is like my understanding of like, does this make sense? Like, did you explain this well? Like, are the instructions good? Because I actually studied a bit of that in college too. Like, I took a course on like making better instructions. So that kind of thing, I think I'd be good at. And now, if that was what was specifically asked for, I definitely could provide. But sometimes when it comes to people just being like, talk about accessibility in gaming, then I'm like, I mean, it depends on what kind of accessibility you were looking for someone to talk about. I know some of the stuff, like I know about, you know, fonts and like a little bit about like testing colors and testing whether, you know, I know a little bit of that stuff, but definitely not enough to be like an expert, like a called upon expert in that way. And sometimes because I'm passionate about accessibility and talk about it, people kind of take that as me being an expert, and I still think I have a lot to learn. Because that's the tricky thing about accessibility as a topic. You know, I'm an expert on my own experience and my own accessibility needs, but I can't really be an expert on any other disabled person's unless I like actually studied it and learned a lot more about it, you know? So all these levels, y'all, and we still haven't gotten any chests. And that's how you get the auto petter. And I'm like, heck. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Part of web accessibility. And the more I write this word, the more I get why it's starting to ally. But not a lot more. Fair enough. A remote job, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people realized during the pandemic how much more accessible remote jobs were. And it's really frustrating to see as a disabled person that, like, when the rest of the world needed, like, when able-bodied people needed remote work um, oh, nice. As a, what's the word I'm looking, an accommodation, that it was provided, you know, like that most people had access to it during the panini and stuff. And it's really good that they did, like, don't get me wrong. I don't want them out here spreading diseases or anything. But it's frustrating that as soon as they like decided the pandemic was over, which it isn't, but as soon as they decided it was over, they like spent all that money to get like computers and tech and make it all work, and then they had like took it all away. And like all that work they put in to make it accessible, they're just like, nah, no more. That was beneficial to you? Sucks to suck. Like, hello? Hello, little soup. How are you? I still really like the color you changed your name to. It looks so good with your little first badge. This is my fave player. Is probably going to be back to Russia, but B stream. Hello, I'm here. I was so happy when my job told me we could stay remote. My boss was like, but social. And I was like, but my dog. And not having to live in one of the most expensive cities in America. Yep. There's just so many reasons that remote work is more accessible. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say there aren't aspects of in person work that I do miss. And aspects of in person work that I even think maybe are a little bit more productive. But there's a lot that's not, too. And it's just such a mixed bag that I'd rather err on the side of, like, each person doing what makes sense for them than anything else. Really don't want 3 days or more or on location. I still work 4 days a week remote and one on location. Depending on with the client, but that's dependent on the project I'm on. I'm on this project until the end of November, and then I need to get a new project, so that might change. But the one day makes me so tired already. Hi, Shan. Welcome in. Thank you for the quiet hello. My one day on location is less productive feature wise, but good for team building and communication. I'm missing exactly one human I worked with and some of the jokes, but so much of it was just gossip fest that I can't. Yeah, that's very fair. I think that I miss when I am like remote, I miss like the brainstormy aspect of being in like a group setting and connecting in that way. When it was actually productive, but I think a lot of times it wasn't. We often had like meetings that could have been emails and stuff like that, and so I think in like an idealistic world, I'd be like, yeah, like I want to be there in person, but when when so much of it is so unproductive, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I think my dream setup would be to like work at a job where you could come in remote or not each day. Oh my god, I almost left that prismatic shard behind. No way, no how. Oh, purple slime egg. Let's go. Okay. Where each person could come in whenever they wanted and like stay home whenever they wanted, and then to like live close enough to my work where I could make that choice each day. Like if I could say what my like purely idealistic setup would be, because then that way I could like, on social days or days where being out of my house and away from my home space would be helpful to my productivity, I could take advantage of that. And then on days where it's like absolutely not, no thank you, then I could stay. I think that would be chef's kiss to me personally. Hello, Rosie. Welcome in. Thank you for those daily clicks, friends. I miss the brainstorming, but I can also just hop on a call and co-work with that one human if I need, and we have. But yeah, I don't miss the unproductive. That's what we have. We can go in if we want, aside from like official summons where we need to come in, or we can be fully remote, but half my team is in London. So if they want to send me, yeah, that would be quite the feat on their part. Lots of effort would have to go into that. I'd be like, you can send me into London, but you're paying. I would love to go. But yeah, in reference to your thing of like, oh, like I can just call my coworker and like co-work. Like, I definitely get that if that works for you. Like, I support that, but it never felt the same for me. It never quite felt the same as when we could like brainstorm and see, like, really be there and be. I think part of it is sometimes like, and this is super valid under capitalism. I literally cannot judge anybody. But sometimes like the amount of investment someone puts into their work is less from remote, and that's not always true. So I'm not saying like this is like a negative about every single like remote worker or anything like that, but at least I found when I was working remote that then the stuff in life around me became a priority. So like I'd spend more time like talking to my partner while I was working, or like spend some of my working time going to make, do the dishes or whatever. And that was great for like my home productivity, and I don't regret that at all. But it did have the effect of like, I think like my passion for like brainstorming and idea storming and all that, like my job became just my job, which is probably good. I don't know, I have conflicted feelings on it. I don't know how to explain what I mean, and I'm worried it comes off as like pro capitalism, which is not the vibe I'm going for at all. But like I just was more, maybe more creative. That's probably the word I would like to use. I think I was more creative about work stuff when I worked in person, than I was when I worked remote personally. Maybe just due to a lack of like time to spend with like the other humans who know what you're talking about that particular place of work, and just shooting the shit and like coming up with ideas in a, cuz it's kind of like how like in-person friends you can just kind of really chaotically find yourself up to an adventure, whereas if you're long distance or like online friends, like everything has to be planned, right? And like that just like feels different. I think when I work remote, I feel that way. Like everything has to be like a planned meeting, that's like organized in advance, and not ever like kind of just happenstance gets us to a silly moment where we come up with a cool idea and we chase it, you know? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I think that happened to me sometimes too, Popo. I agree. It wasn't always in the negative direction. Sometimes being able to do that house stuff at home like was helpful. And it definitely, oh god, I hate this level. I would like to be free. Oh god, take me down. No, I did it again. Oh, that's so easy to do. Heck. Um I definitely had better work life balance being remote for sure. Which I appreciated 100%. You know how people say like even if you work remote that you should like get up in the morning and like put on an outfit and like kind of try to make that separation kind of where you're working, or like you can have a separate workspace at home for your doing your job from your like play stuff if you can, and how that can be good. Like that's kind of how I feel about like that kind of is like part of what I mean of like there's just something different about like getting up, getting ready, going out for the day, having work have like a separate location that I do enjoy personally, but I never would want other people to be forced to do that, because I also see the benefits of remote work, of that work life balance, of like, getting more done in your workday without being forced to like, because I was working a job before I came to before I moved to Chicago. When I was in Wisconsin, I had one job that I was working that literally It was literally like times where my job would be completely done and I would just be bored, twiddling my thumbs. Like, I would maybe find something to work on sometimes, but none of it was like urgent. There was no sense of passion towards it because, like, you know, I just had too much time for what I needed to get done. And like, work from home is great for that, that aspect. But yeah, there's just something about getting up in the morning, getting ready, going to a separate space that does something different in my noggin personally. Oh god, oh god. I hate these ghosts. That's fair. Content creation is brutal for that. It's very similar to school in that way of like your to-do list never ends and like life is part of your content, and so you're always thinking about like, oh, should I capture this in some kind of way? And you know, sometimes you decide not to, you decide to like let it just be a moment, and that's always great. But yeah, it can feel like there's no off switch sometimes with content creation, similar to that feeling you were describing about like school. But always like there's another little thing that I could do, that I could get done. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, Kristen. How was your stream? What were y'all getting up to today? Welcome, welcome. The squad is wiggling in. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I like that emote with the little wibble wobble. Oh, that's fun. Assemble with care. That's the one that's kind of like little to the left, right? Or am I mixing that up with something else? Yeah, okay, you just kind of like click and repair and put things together. That's fun. I like little like chill games like that. Oh, I didn't know it had a story. That's cool. I like that. Reminds me of unpacking. I'm glad you had a good stream, friend. Well, if any of you are new here and you don't know me, my name is B. I use they, them pronouns. I am a queer and disabled cozy games creator here on Twitch. We do some co-working sometimes as well. And we're just playing some Stardew today. I'm trying to hopefully maybe complete the community center for the first time, but I am getting distracted in the skull caverns. And I do have to have my time paused in the skull caverns, so in terms of getting closer to summer where we need to be to finish the community center, I'm definitely making questionable choices. But it's okay. We're having a good time, and the skull cavern is nice for being able to like chat with y'all while we do things. So surprisingly, you wouldn't think, but I've gotten pretty confident at doing it now after a while that I can get away with it. I need to clear up my inventory though. And also, I always like to say, if you need to raid and run, especially you, Kristen, since I know you just did a whole stream, if you need to go rest, eat, sleep, you know, de-stream, de-stress, take care of yourself, take your meds, hydrate, all the good things, please, 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 like, prioritize that. I know sometimes there can feel like a little bit of pressure to stick around, but you really don't have to. You can always come hang out with us on a different day, and we'll be here for a while, so. Yeah, please do. It goes so fast. I know. That's why I have the mod that lets me freeze time, because otherwise I can't do it. It's too stressful. Okay, let me get In my forageables, I have quite a bit of mushrooms, which can be good for energy. Because we're running a little bit close to low on snacks. Y'all, we have so many prismatic shards. I used to think that it was like so hard to get prismatic shards until I started getting good at the skull caverns, and now I'm on my 6th one from this playthrough. Oh, sorry about the ad. Yeah, we have an ad. I should take a little stretch break here soon too. I can tell my back is gonna be cranky at me if I don't. My hyper focus is going a little too strong today. No, not bombs. I need an auto petter, bestie. That's what I'm here for. All right. Since the ad's going, I'm going to take a quick stretch break now. I think it's a good time. Make sure you check in with yourself, see if you need to stretch, take your meds, hydrate, all the good things. And we'll be right back. Enjoy your break, friends. BRB. Okay, hello gamers. I am here. Thank you for chilling. Hopefully Junie was good. Kept you company. Alright, y'all. We're on level 100. So the auto petter has to come soon, right? Oh, heck. Chat room, I left my water in the other room. I did all the efforts to fill it up and everything, and then I left it. So, one sec. I'm really bad about having everything ready before I sit down for my break again lately. It reminds me to take my meds as well. It's a really weird weather day here today. It's like gray and rainy, but 80 degrees and humid, and I'm like, ugh. I thought it was looks like it should be like cooler outside. I was like, why am I so hot? I turned my AC on to dry while I was on my break to see if that would help dehumidify this room at all a little bit. But it's probably just not enough time. Oh no. Oh heck. I dropped my med on the floor. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Can't leave that because then the cats might get it, and also I need to take it. But it's tiny, so I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Yes, Leonie, I hope you enjoy your B-motes and your B-badge, friend. Also, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I have to crawl under my desk to get my meds, so hold on. Ugh. Chaos is ensuing here. You just can't see it. Okay. Now I'm rolling. Hello, Valeria. Welcome in. Alright, one sec, y'all. For real, we'll play Stardew. Okay. Now I'm sweating from all of that chaos. Oh, yeah. I'm glad it works for you. Also, welcome in, love. Thank you for doing your daily click. Okay. Sorry. I should have hung out on BRB and got my life together a little bit more, but it's fine. Let's eat these. And keep on our merry way. Put that there. Should probably make some more big bombs, actually. We have a chance of, like, going further than we ever have down here, because I think the furthest we've ever made it was, like, 120, I want to say. And we're already past 100 here, so... As long as I don't biff it and die like I did earlier, then we might have luck. We shall see. Manifesting. Also, let's see who has the brain cell. Because it was Kofi Bot before. Rad! Rad. Enjoy your time with the brain cell, my love. I hope it is helpful for you today. Oh, I really did not expect there to be no slimes coming out of there. Hello? Oh, 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 oh. Those little bat ones. They're not too bad to fight, but they always catch me off guard. Yeah, it's stormy here too. It's like rainy and gray and like super humid. It's really gross. I'm like sweating. Okay, let's see if we can clean out our inventory, but also let's see if we can make some more bombs, perhaps. Okay. Mega bombs are gold ore, solar essence, and void essence. I should have not a lot of solar essence. But I have a lot of everything else. So. Okay. Put that back away. Then monster loot, boop boop, and minerals. And then let's see if we can also make some more stairs. Yep, we definitely can. Hello, welcome in. How are you, friend? The Independence Day of the United States. It truly. My mom texted me, happy 4th of July, and I was just like, it's just like one of those moments where you really realize how like off kilter you are from another person in your life. Not that I'm surprised by any means, to be honest with my mom, but you're just like, we are not in the same even ballpark of thoughts when it comes to this day. This day is no different to me than any other day, except for the fact that Toasty happens to have it off because it's a federal holiday. Otherwise, I'm doing nothing different. That's why I wanted to stream today, so that all the peeps who are like me, who are just chilling like normal, could vibe like they always do. Because I personally feel like we never really have, but more than ever, I feel like we have nothing to really celebrate right now. Unfortunately. Oh my gosh, another prismatic shard. That's my 7th one. Absolutely bonkers town. You do, you do. I also think it's actually low-key really fun down here. I know that's like a controversial take, and if you had said that to me a year ago, I literally would have thought you were losing your mind. It's a little repetitive, but it's very fun. And I want to see, like, he made this thing go so many levels deep. Like, I really want to see, like how far does it go? And, like, what are the levels that are at the, like, levels that nobody else has seen before? Like, what are they like? Obviously, I don't know if I'll get that far, but I'm just so curious. Because we have 7 prismatic shards, and that's after I donated one. Deceased. I'm almost done cleaning off my desk with the exception of my day-to-day stuff and nail polish. Let's go. Yeah, you're moving soon, right? Like, in the next couple of days is your moving day? It's exciting. Probably nerve-wracking, but definitely exciting. I always do that to myself. Whoopsie. Most been deciding to do art. Yeah, I love that for you, friends. I'm down to the bare minimum till Thursday. The movers get here on Saturday. Oh my gosh. Wowza. So next week I don't know if I'll see you next week. Might be adjusting. Ow, 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 I didn't have my tool out, okay? Why are you gonna attack me before I have my sword ready? It's a simple mistake. I'm just a little guy. I hope that your arting has been going well, Valeria. That's very exciting. I was just telling chat yesterday that I am trying to work on having a daily-ish practice of some doodling because I really want to get into drawing. I did it a lot when I was a kid, but I have been pretty much out of it for years now, other than when I was journaling and would do the occasional thing here and there. And I don't know, I you know how when you're an adult, it just like feels like you can't learn that hobby. Like only people who did art since they were a kid are artists, but that's like so not true. I know that's not true. So I'm trying to practice and let myself be bad at it for now. And I'm honestly mostly just heavily referencing stuff off of Pinterest and seeing if I can draw it, but I'm excited. Hopefully I can stick with it. I did not remember to do it yesterday, so I'm gonna try to squeeze it in today. Ooh, I need a snack. Oh no. Oh, good. Okay. Sweating. Yeah. There are nobody. No, you can't. You really can't get down to the bottom, but I'd just be curious to see if there are levels that have stuff that I've never seen before or never heard of. Like me personally, like I've never seen someone go down that far and like what's down there. Like I'm definitely curious, but where's the hole? It's so hard to hit stuff down here because there's so many mummies on this level. Oh yeah, I don't know where she went. She left. She's outie. She says, Dad, I've been working all day. I'm tired now. She probably went to see if she can find a snack or something. Toasty's asleep, and I'm surprised. They're probably glad, but they're probably surprised that none of the cats are snuggling with them. 'Cause the cats are usually pretty obsessed with them at any given moment. And Junie wasn't here with us, and Fig was on the couch, so they're actually getting to have a nap on their own, which I'm sure that they appreciate to some degree. Very portable. Mm-hmm. Once you start to use the tablet, that's awesome. I have an iPad, and I do some art on there. That's what I've been doing all of the subathon redeems on. So I kind of do a mix of both, just depending on what I'm in the mood for. The iPad to me is useful in that it has the ability for me to like easily adjust things, which makes me feel like less likely to get defeated potentially if like something's not going the way that I want it to. I don't find the iPad like intuitive though, personally. Like there's so many times where I can't like figure out how to get it to do what I want it to do, and I find that a lot of it is like, oh, you need to like hold these two fingers here and do, and I'm like, hello, why is it so weird and complicated? Why don't they just make it make sense? It's a lot of like reliant on like shortcuts, I find, which I find quite annoying. And the other thing is that I've heard a lot of good things about using a tool that you can't like erase with, like using like a marker or a Sharpie or something like that to just kind of free flow with, so that you don't get so caught up in like making it perfect. And the iPad's definitely not the most conducive for that in particular. I need more snacks. Let's see what I have in my inventory. Should have probably. I have these. These. Okay. That should get me by for a bit. Pretty well with his teens, so I just had the tablet to work with it. Mm-hmm. Good night, Finn. You heading to bed? Let me get you a little exclamation point good night. I hope you get some good sleep tonight, Finn. And don't stay up too late. You and I have been on the same struggle bus of falling asleep and getting to bed at a reasonable hour. No promises, that's fair. Listen, I'm not your parent. You do what you want. But, you know, I'm hoping for you. Okay. Nom. Before that green guy comes over here and gives me a hard time. Surprised he hasn't already, to be honest. There he is. Did you know that if you turn on crowd control for Stardew, that y'all can spawn these green guys anywhere on the map? Like, crowd control Stardew, you can just spawn a bunch of those anywhere when you're just chilling. And I keep getting TikToks on my For You page from a friend of mine named, used to be known as Tiny and Trash, but now is just twitch.tv/trash, Janae. and they've been doing a crowd control playthrough with their community, and their community spawned like 40 of those at them at one point. I'm like, oh my god. I think I'd just lay down. I'd be like, okay, murder me. Like, I wouldn't have any fight left in me. They love to do it to them, it seems like, when they're on a break, and then like when they come back from being paused, like all of them are there. I'm like, oh my god, that sounds horrifying. Wait, when do I get down to the dinosaur levels? Maybe I actually got further than this last time, because I remember getting to the dinosaur levels. Then our butt fires. Yeah, I would say that. Your butt fires. See, it wasn't even the butt fire that got me, which sounds so funny to say. It wasn't even the butt fire that got me. It was the fact that I paused it so that I could look at the little puppy pictures of Mabel that Herbivore put in the chat. And while I was looking at them and commentating on the picture, that Toasty decided to unpause my game to force me to deal with the butt fire immediately in that moment. I was like, hey, I was just trying to chill. They said, no chill. No pause button, no productive procrastination for you, bestie. And I was like, all right, fine, I guess. Cheese. Toasty said, yeah, no chill, only chaos. Truly. I was like, well, sorry, Herbivore. I guess I don't get to react to your cute pictures of Mabel because Toasty said no. It feels really weird having like a whole stream without Toasty because they were doing the rocks and now they're asleep. I'm like, Toasty, I'm so used to having you hang out and chat at least for part of stream. It feels wrong. Oh god, oh god. I hate when more than one of them come, and I hate when they come right when you enter a level like that, where you have like no moment to like breathe. I know, it does feel... I thought about saying that. I thought about saying that, but then I thought that sounded weird to say about my partner. I was like, wait, But it did, the thought did come to my mind as well, so I can't really blame you. Okay. And then resources. And then monster loot. It's so funny, Puppo, how we had like literally the exact train of thought. You just had it out loud in my chat, but I had it in my head too. I said, I thought that, and then I went, wait, that might be weird to say. And then it was like, Jinx. Yep. Same brain cell. I knew I wasn't going to have any brain cells today, though, because my friend Leanna was talking in our friend group chat about how she wanted crumble cookies, and I was like, oh, I've never had crumble cookies before, but I've had impossible cookies. And she was like, oh, what are impossible cookies? And I was like, oh, it's this cookie place that's like open late at night, and a lot of times they'll be by college campuses, and that way college students can order like late night cookies. And she was like, oh, that sounds a lot like insomnia cookies. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what I meant, sorry. Might be. I got it confused with like impossible like meat, like impossible burger. I said impossible cookie. Whoopsie. I was like, oh man. And I've been perceived doing that publicly in the group chat, so now I'm exposed. It's a good thing that we're playing Stardew tomorrow too, because I really truly have made no progress on our work towards the community center since I got trapped in here. No time has passed. We have not gone through a single Stardew day. Whoopsie. It's okay, I'm having fun. Hopefully y'all are also having fun. Ow. Hate the mummies though. They're my enemy. I lose words all the time and just start grabbing for describing it chaotically. Switch to mime or substitute nonsense word. Yep. Nope, that's so real. I definitely get that. I feel like I've been forgetting words more often lately, which is frustrating. I find myself doing the thing where I'm like, oh, what is the word for that? Like, more recently. I'm like, what the heck is up with that? Where is my brain cell? Somebody else has it. Somebody else is holding on to it. Because it ain't me. Sharing your brain cell with your Twitch community should come with like a general, what's the general surgeon or whatever warning that says, if you share your brain cell with your chat, you might not have enough for yourself sometimes. Aw, yeah. If the brain cell is with the cats, not the cats. Not the cats being trusted with the brain cell. That's risky business. I end up saying things like armadillo toast. Yes, and thankfully that's one thing about having like a neurodivergent partner that's so huge for me. I don't know. I obviously like as since Toast is like my first long-term partner, I really don't know what it's like to like date too many people. I didn't really date a lot in high school or college because I wasn't keen on like dating apps and I wasn't good at flirting or like showing interest in people, so I kind of would just wait for it to happen naturally, which obviously just didn't happen all that often. Especially because I was like super busy in high school and college, so I was like way not thinking about that kind of stuff. So I don't know what it's like to have a neurotypical partner now that I am I'm neurodivergent and like have like unmasked a bit. And I would be so nervous now to have a neurotypical partner because I just feel like I wouldn't be able to do stuff like that and have them understand. Like Toasty and I practically like talk in like sounds sometimes. And it's so elite because sometimes that's all my brain can do. Ow, ow. You're a little turd. Funny also hearing you all talk about like regional delicacies. I've wound up on a side of TikTok that I don't know how I got here, but I'm like interested. I'm happy to be here, but like how did I get here? Does that ever happen to you all when you're on TikTok where like you're like, I'm not really sure how this wound up on my For You page, but I'm not mad about it because it's interesting. I randomly got on swamp/bayou TikTok recently. And I find it interesting, so I'm engaging with it, so I think it's giving me even more. And oh my gosh, it's been so intriguing to see how they live. and like a lot of them have like pretty rough like housing because some of those houses went through like hurricanes and are still up and running, and like how they and their families will like swim in the water, and the water is like full of alligators and they just have no fears. Like they have parties down there, they like host guests and they go swimming like it's like a great lake, and like there aren't alligators and like poisonous snakes and stuff in there. Like they just are so used to it and they just don't care. And I mean, they said like generally speaking, like similar to fish, that like alligators and stuff are scared away by all of the like movement and splashing and stuff. So like it's never really been a problem. People are just like quite scared of it because they're not used to it, but it's really not all that different from fish. And I was like, oh, I mean, I get scared of the fish too, to be honest. I grew up near Lake Superior, and my parents would go fishing, and they would fish. They would get muskies sometimes, and muskies are like sometimes like upwards of like 3 feet, 4 feet like long. They can be pretty huge, and they have these like feisty like teeth as well. I'm like, you're comparing them to fish to assuage my fears, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared of the fish too. I swim in there anyways because, you know, I want to swim, but I don't know if that's making me feel any less scared. But it is very interesting. It reminds me of when I graduated from college, my parents wanted to go on a road trip to celebrate my graduation because they were already going to be on the road coming to pick me up in New York from school. And one my parents let me pick kind of like the route, which was cool. And one of the like the number one place I said I wanted to explore, I wasn't really allowed to pick the West Coast because we were on the East Coast, so they were like, it has to be a little bit like reasonably headed in the trajectory towards our home. And I was like, you know, that's fair. Um oh shoot, let me put so I picked that like the one place I really wanted to visit was New Orleans because I had never been anywhere like that before. So we did New York down to like Syracuse down to DC was our first stop, and then we drove through the blue. I think they're the Blue Hill or Blue something mountains or hills. There's like a road you can take that takes you through these really gorgeous hills. I think they're part of like the Appalachia, if I'm not mistaken. Apologies if I'm incorrect about that, but yeah, we drove through that because it's like a scenic drive, and then we stopped in Atlanta, and we visited like the Atlanta Botanical Gardens, and some stuff down there, and then we went to New Orleans. Like that was our main stop. And one of the things we did down there was like a swamp tour where we were like on a boat, and we like saw all the houses on the side of the swamps, and we got to see the alligators. One of them is like a disabled alligator that they feed on their tours. Like he probably wouldn't be alive, but because they do the tours and they feed him something every day, he kind of like makes it, and so that was cool. We got to see them feeding the alligators and stuff. So yeah, it was cool. My dad was being annoying though, and like sticking his head or his hat and stuff outside the boat, which we were told not to do, and I was so stressed. I was like, Dad, please. You're gonna get yourself maunched by an alligator. Why are you doing that? Ow, 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 ow. I don't like when there are two of them at once. They're pretty easy to deal with when there's just one. Okay. I'd be more afraid of the drivers, except for the pythons, but they're invasive and way bigger than they have any right to be. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. Ow, ow, ow. No, no, no. No, 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 bestie. I have to get used to fighting these guys again. It's a whole different beast. Easier in some ways, but harder in other ways. I don't know if those, like, prehistoric ribs are useful for anything. Ooh, I need a snack. Snack, 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 snack. Snack. Yeah, I don't think I could ever live in the South because the amount of, like, scary creatures y'all have, spiders and bugs and snakes, and plus I don't do good in the heat anyway, so ow. Oh, I need to clean out my inventory. I don't even know where to put these. They're considered artifacts, I guess. And then resources. And then minerals. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, and this is nickel. Okay. I don't really need that on me. I need these to be... my snacks to be more accessible. I can do bugs, but I do not mess with reptiles. It's why I always side-eye my best friend, who says he wishes Jurassic Park was real. It's 45 minutes west, middle of the Everglades. Just go there! Oh no. That's fair. That is fair. Alright, well, I guess I'll just go straight down then. That's convenient for me. We can probably make more stairs here soon. I'm guessing we've hit enough stone to do that. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, fine. Sometimes I just want to finish the rock I'm on, but the monsters aren't too kind about that. I need to, even though I don't want to because I died doing it earlier because it's a little harder to control, I need to go into my controller because I'm definitely making my wrists angry from all the clicking. He lives like smack in the middle of the city. My backyard was bumped up against the Everglades. He had peacocks. I had iguanas. Oh no. Nort that. What's the vibe of your like new place? Is it gonna be something kind of different? To the extent you feel comfortable answering in public also, like ow, 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 ow. Ow. Munch. My friend Kaylee did a meme on her TikTok today that made me laugh that you might find funny. It was like the Pink Pony Chapel Roan song, and it was a little iguana that like a little baby iguana that was in her backyard, I'm assuming, and he had found his way onto a pink rubber ducky that they had for their kid. It made me laugh when I saw it. I was like, what is that? Only in Florida. suburbs, but across the road is a hiking park. Oh. You mean like where you live, Juniper? Because if you mean in chat, there's definitely some nerds here. I was like, if you mean here in chat, there's definitely some nerdiness here that you can find. But I'm guessing you mean wherever you live. Also, welcome in, friend. Lots of nerds and gamers, yeah. I wish that there were more like queer and like yeah, just like more spaces for people like me where I live. I definitely am excited to move back to the city eventually for that reason. My grandma, who hasn't texted me in like months, just randomly sent me a picture of the bird feeder in her backyard. I'm like, okay, grandma. I mean, your bird feeder is lovely. Yeah, probably. I mean, I definitely think we probably have a few folks who are straight. But they're definitely the minority. Considering my username is literally Grillybee. You know, you gotta have them just to keep us in check, right? I like being nearby with the ability to be not to be city, currently in the middle of nature preserve, so the vibes will definitely be different. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think if I was someone who drove and had a little more independence, I might dislike the suburbs less. Not by much though, because just like politically and stuff, it's not exactly usually my vibe, but being someone who doesn't drive, I definitely miss like public transport. Although hopefully that might be something that can change eventually. I don't know. I'm pretty nervous. I'm pretty nervous. My driving past experience has been questionable for sure. I've told you all that story many times. And I feel like my autism like makes my spatial awareness a little bit rough around the edges. And like even when I'm walking and not operating a piece of machinery that could like hurt people, I really struggle with you know the thing that people do when they walk where like you both go the same way and then you're like, wait, we need to adjust, and then you both go the same way again and you like go the wrong way and you're like kind of bumping into each other. Like that happens to me all the time. Like I'm not very good at identifying I guess like what other people are thinking and then maneuvering like around them. Ow, 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 ow. So I'm pretty nervous about driving because I feel like it relies on your ability to kind of read the people around you and what like moves they're gonna make. And in an idealistic world, driving should be easy for me because there's a set of rules that you're supposed to follow, but like there's a lot of unspoken rules too, as well as a lot of rules that people don't follow, even though it is a rule. So it's kind of like, oh, okay. So it's definitely something I'm pretty scared about, but I feel like I haven't given it enough of a try to like write it off. You know, I think I definitely need to give it more of a shot and see if I could. Because even if it's something where I still don't drive very often, but I have that capacity in case of an emergency or in case where like I want to be able to have that independence and not rely on someone else, I think would be good. Not that there's anything wrong with like being someone who needs help from people in your life, but You just don't see people, so that doesn't happen to me too much. I used to drive, but I haven't in years now. Learning was hard, but I loved it while I was driving daily. Now I would need to relearn. I think my spatial awareness is rough. Felt like I could sense the body language of cars around me. Like that car wants to dart in front of me. Yep, there. See, that's what I think I might be bad at. I mean, all of this would not even be a problem if our country would just give me a high-speed rail I could go on. Approach it and keeps my anxiety hyper focused. And that definitely works in terms of like how I would personally drive, but it doesn't help me in dealing with others and like how they might be following unspoken rules that I don't know. And then they'll like get angry with you and you know what I mean? I didn't really learn how to drive when I was in my teens. My dad one day was like, "Oh, you're over the age of 16 now. Do you want to drive?" And I was like, "Sure." And I lived in the country. So he was like, he just put me in the car because it was pretty common for country kids to drive. Honestly, kids even without their license who were like younger than that would often drive. It was pretty lackadaisical out there. He took me down one single country road going like 20 miles per hour, not even. And then he was like, "Oh, you're doing good. Do you want to drive home?" And I was 16. I was excited. I didn't really know whether or not I was ready for that, but I assumed that my dad was asking me, so that meant that I was probably ready. So he took me on the main road where I would have to go like 40 to 60. And we hit like a big curve in the road, which was fine, but I had never really had a lot of driving experience other than in video games, which I know that sounds so silly, but I'm just being honest. And in video games, you in video games you have to turn the wheel like pretty severely in order to turn your vehicle. Whereas in real life, you barely have to turn the wheel at all to make a turn. And I did not know that. And so when when we took the turn, I drove like a little bit into the other lane. Like I wasn't turning enough to fully keep us like safely in the correct lane. Mind you, there were no other cars coming, so like even though that wasn't ideal, it wouldn't have hurt us any. But my dad, being a man, kind of raised his voice. I wouldn't say he yelled, but he raised his voice in telling me that I needed to turn more, to be more in my lane in the curve and take the curve better. That made me panic, him raising his voice, because I was new to driving, so I didn't have like a lot of confidence built up yet. And so I was like, oh, I must be turning it like not enough at all. So I basically whipped it. Like I basically turned the wheel like way further than you should. Kind of like you do in a video game, like a car racing video game. And we went into the ditch, and the ditch was a 5-foot drop off ditch. Like it was really deep. And so our car went in and kind of like smashed into the ground and then kept driving because, again, I had no driving experience. So I also didn't take my foot off the gas because I didn't know how to respond. My body didn't have that like reaction practice yet. And I totaled our car. And then I have not driven since then. I've done a couple of lessons with some friends in college in like parking lots. Which have all gone fine. So like odds are I would probably be fine to relearn. But it's also one of those tasks where it can kind of be like very anxiety inducing because of my experience, but also it's one of those tasks where it's like forever on your to-do list. Like when are you actually gonna like get it done? Does that make sense? Like, you know, I don't know, like I want to study the manual for the driving exam, but like who has time to do that in day-to-day life? So, oh yeah, it was a very not smart choice. And he called my mom after we were like safely out of the car and stuff. And she started yelling at him. She was very upset. And don't get me wrong, she had every right to be upset, but like obviously yelling at him in that exact moment was like not really helpful considering like we were already in the accident. There was nothing that he could do to really like change it now. So she hung up on him, or he hung up on her when she started yelling. He was like, "No, okay, not helpful. Goodbye." And I was like, "Oh boy." Yep. Thankfully, I like not that it would have wound up mattering if I had gotten forced to delay my driving stuff because of it, which was what would have happened if the police officer who came after our crash had like known that I was driving. But we like had to switch seats so that they wouldn't know, so that I could still get my license if I wanted to. But my dad actually didn't wind up getting in trouble either because we had really bad tires on the car, and so the officer just kind of like assumed that our bad tires hit like the sand on the side of the road and took us off. I was like, okay, I mean, works out for me. Ow, ow. Why do you sometimes get to randomly hit me for 50 points? For 50 HP? That's so much. Yeah, I mean, it was really awkward because someone had called the crash in, and obviously they were trying to help us. But then obviously because of that, we had to like do the swap because by the time that the crash had like ended or whatever and we were in the ditch, somebody was like standing on the side of the road waiting for us to like come out of the car. So imagine like 16-year-old me, high adrenaline. I just ruined my parents' car. I crashed the very first time I was driving, so I felt dumb and like I was bad at it. And now my dad's like, wait, we have to like climb over each other in the vehicle so that, oh, like, Dad, please. What a mess, TM. Oh my god, so many monsters. Ah! Ah! Ow. Okay. Woofda. Few people get into gnarly wrecks just before I was supposed to get my permit. Put it off until my 20s, still hate it. I judge the distance. I don't judge the distance, such things coming towards me. Well, yeah. It's not my favorite, and my dad was always really weird about, like, pushing me to drive in a way that activated, I think, like, what I didn't know at the time, but probably, like, PDA a little bit of, like, if I had been allowed to, like, want it on my own, then maybe it would have been fine, but he really forced it because my parents' family or my mom's family specifically has a history of the, like, obviously I don't identify this way now, but like the women in their life being non-drivers and relying on like their husbands to drive, and he didn't want that, which is fine. Like, I understand he wanted me to be able to have my independence and not be, you know, tied to a man, which is good. Not that I obviously didn't wind up with a man anyway, but you know, but it kind of put a lot of pressure on me where he was like so up in atoms about it, where I was like, please, like, just chill for a second. Oh my god, so many of these little guys on this level. Oh, this is actually right here. Okay. Oh my god, no! Oh god. I didn't know that I couldn't walk past him. Heck. It's fine. Yeah, and I was just like slow. I was like really... I mean, I'm kind of still like this now. I'm really like... What's the word I want to use? Toasty used it the other day and now I can't. My emotional maturity is really good, but definitely was like slower as a kid to be ready for things that I was like quote unquote supposed to be ready for at that age. And so when my dad tried to force stuff, like it always felt very uncomfortable to me, you know, like I didn't know I was ace at the time and I was very slow to like ideas around relationships and exploring that kind of stuff. And I was very slow to like learning to drive and feeling comfortable with that kind of thing and just like a lot of stuff. Part of it was just like my family had so much problems and drama. Part of it was I didn't know I was autistic, and so that was probably an aspect of it as well. So, I don't know. I was just like really slow to I was like really mature for my age in some aspects and then really underdeveloped for my age in other aspects. But I didn't understand that at the time, so I just existed that way. But I definitely think my parents were worried and acted weird about it sometimes without actually explaining to me why they were worried about it. I was like, what? It's fine. Like, everyone does things at their own pace. Why does it matter? My dad was like, oh, well, true, but also there are some things that society kind of anticipates you to be ready for at X, Y, and Z age. Never used that as a reason to like actually figure out why that is though, to be honest. Oh, hi Evan. Welcome in. Thank you for introducing yourself, friend. I'm sorry you've had the same experience, to be honest, because it was a bit of a spicy one, but probably nice to know that you're not alone for sure. Where can I put that? That's probably gonna go in monster loot. And then you there. And I just don't need that on me. Alright. My grandmother, who lived with us, just never learned to drive because of trauma over it. I feel like forcing it would have been... Yeah! And my dad had, like, a history of this, too. When my mom met him, she couldn't drive because, again, like I said, culturally, it was, like, pretty common in my mom's family for the women not to drive. So I think that no one ever, like, encouraged her to learn how to drive. And so he met her and she was like an adult and she didn't know how to drive. And when they were in like Minneapolis traffic, which is like 5-lane city traffic, he got out of the car and basically said like, this car isn't moving unless you drive it. And like put her in this like really high pressure situation. To learn how to drive, kind of thinking like, very like if you throw them into the deep end, then they'll like figure it out kind of vibes, which is just, oh my god, this, hold on, wait, I gotta go, I gotta go. That level was terrifying. Holy guacamole. Yeah. Well, keep sinker swim people, like people who think that way, they don't really consider that like some of us will drown. Like they just think that everybody is the same as them and will like figure it out under that circumstances. Which is just, it's just not true, and for some people it just discourages them even more, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, a lot of my issues that I have with my family are more so with my mom, but I think some of her issues come from her relationship with him, so it's definitely a little tricky. Not to go down trauma. I don't want to trauma dump or anything, but you can tell from that one story that there's some toxicity there. That's not a very like normal thing to do, to leave someone in 5 lanes of traffic like that. Cars, trucks, and driving. I'm European, by the way, but since I'm trans, my uncles and dad tried to push me to get a license to have something to talk with me after I get out. You know, they had the right idea. Maybe, you know, questionable approach, but they were trying. They had the vision. I always think it's sweet when people who, you know, they don't really get it, but they're trying, you know, and so then it comes off a little funny to us, but we take it because we're like, you know, you're doing your best, and you came with it from the right angle, so. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with my mom right now. She's been trying to be a little bit more willing to learn about me and my partner being trans and like what that means to us and stuff, and she's been trying to use our pronouns. I think a lot of it is because she knows we want to have kids and she wants to be able to be a part of their life. And I wish it were more for me. But, you know, I'll take what I can get kind of thing. But she does not know how to use they, them pronouns. Thank you for the follow, Evan, by the way. So she keeps saying, like, oh, it's hard for me to even say it because it doesn't sound natural to me, but she keeps saying things like, they, them pronouns, but she doesn't understand the them pronouns. So when it's supposed to be them or theirs or something, she'll keep saying they. So she'll be like, I can't even, it doesn't even come out of my mouth correctly. Oh gosh. Like she'll say like, when you talk to they, what did they have to say about that? And I'll be like, well, it will be when you talk to them, mom. Just like you would use it grammatically correct in any other circumstances, you're still gonna use it grammatically correct here. And hasn't quite caught on yet, but it's very funny. It's funny because my mom is like good at speaking and like obviously uses they them pronouns. Like I explained it to her. I was like, Mom, it's just like if you didn't know the gender of someone, right? Like it's like let's say someone left their coat at your house, but you didn't know who it was. You'd say like, oh, they left their coat. And I tried to explain that to her because obviously she knows how to do that. And she's still like, they left they coat. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Or they'll just use Toasty's like government name, which is fine, I guess, but it's a little bit much. Yeah, the they pronouns really in style these days. And listen, if that's your thing, I'm not judging, but it's not our thing. Oh god. Oh god, and I need a snack too. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Oh no, I might die here, y'all. Oh gosh. Okay, okay. Whew. Oof, that was a close one. Look at how close my health is. I hate when they come out so fast. I need to learn to have my snack before I go down. Toasty's government name is Toasty. I mean, I always do joke with them. Like, I actually mostly call them Toasty, even in real life, because I feel like their government name doesn't really, like, suit them. Although I've gotten more used to it, but it's just because that's, like, I met them as Toasty, and I called them Toasty for a long time before I learned, like, their government name. So, I kind of agree, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, thank you, Evan. I tried my best. I really do try my best. Forage. What other snacks do I have? Because I am running low. I'm running low on things to pull from my inventory too, though. Could eat that roe. That could be good. Those are bad. Good morning, Callie. Y'all were naked? What? What are you talking about? Oh. Wait, I'm so delayed. Hold on, what did I see? I saw Toasty's government name on PayPal for some reason. And I was like, no, this is actually incorrect. The internet is so mad at Michaela Skinner. They keep reassigning the Vault Silver 2020 medal to new gymnasts. Oh my god, I'm dead. Thank you for the follow, friend. Welcome in. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good, Juniper. Basically, we said we felt naked because you hadn't been at stream at all, because it felt like weird because we're so used to you around, Toast, at least for like some part of the stream. Like, you'll at least say hi, and you had been out and about all morning, and then you were taking your nap, I'm assuming, and so we just like really hadn't seen you whatsoever. So we said it was feeling like chat was sneaky. And then we were like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh no, take me out, I'm gonna die. Let me out. Oh my god, alright. Things are getting spicy. Good morning, Toasty. Good morning, Callie. All my mods and friends are awake now. Oh, 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 oh. Ow, ow, ow. I think we're gonna have to leave the Skull Cavern soon, y'all. And no auto petter. How tragic. I got to level 100. Do you want to know what they gave me as a reward? Some bombs. I was like, you gotta be joking. I forgot we were in here for the auto petter. Y'all probably thought I just got distracted down here just for funsies, to be honest, which is fair. I could definitely see myself doing days down here just for funsies. But no, we were down here for the auto petter and we did not have any luck. We got literally one gift, even though we're almost level 200, which I think is kind of a crime. I do also think we could probably make a couple more stairs, which might allow us to get I would like to see if we can get to 200, but it's gonna be spicy. Ow, well, especially if I sit in that corner and get hit like that. What's a cheese toast? Is that like a grilled cheese, but it's like open on just like a slice of bread? You woke up at 7? No, Callie, I know you were so excited to sleep in today too. Rough. I'm glad you got to at least do a nap. Alright, that's all the food we have, so... Let's see what we can do here. Ow, ow, ow. Hello, Atomic. Like a base for a lot of different breakfast options. We do that under... Oh. Interesting. We don't really do that here. But I like cheese and I like toast, so I feel like maybe I should. I need to get a snack on my next break, and I also need to pee. But I want to get to level 200. I used all my stairs, so it's going to be tricky. Why have pizza when you have cheese toast? I calmly disagree, but they're kind of right. We have pepperonis in the house. Maybe I could make, like, little pizza toasts. I don't know why I would do that when we have pizza in the freezer, but I could. There's nothing stopping me, per se. We're having leftovers for din tonight. And I still haven't decided whether I want leftover chicken katsu or leftover chili, because both low-key sound good. Oh, wait, I already had the ladder unlocked, for real? Rip me. I could have both. I could. I thought about it. I definitely thought about it, but that might just be a lot of food. Pizza toast? I used to make mini pizzas using pre-made biscuits. Ooh, yum. That sounds delish. Ooh, okay, that'll take. That's a solid gift. Now give me an auto petter. Man, that's not an auto petter. And now I'm out of snacks. I mean, I could use these. But how far would we really get on 5 snacks? I feel like I should save them for our next run instead. Like, wait, IRL, Elise, or in the game? Alright, it's time for me to go, y'all. We hit level 200 in the Skull Cavern. That's our personal best. Oh, like we have snacks and then we have raw stuff, but we also have like some pre-cooked meals, like some pre-cooked like leftovers from previous dinners that we didn't finish. So we kind of have a little bit of all of those. E, thank you for the I love it here. I love having you. I love when y'all come along for the ride where I say I'm gonna work on trying to get the community center done. And we haven't actually slept once in Stardew, and I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. Hee hee hoo hoo. Isn't it so fun? Oh no. Alright, let me put some of this stuff away. And we got minerals. Boom, boom, boom. Resources. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And then monster loot. I have almost 100 things for Clint to open. So I feel a little bit like this right now. Hi, Menji. Thank you for the I love it here. And Luna as well. Hi, friends. Thank you for hanging out with me. I've had a really good week of streams this week. Oh, yeah. I didn't do infinite stamina, though. I didn't do that. I only did pausing time. It's low-key gonna be expensive for me to break all these open. Because I have to pay 25 gold each. Just for him to smack it. Give me your little hammer thing. I can smack it for myself. I'm really intrigued to see how your hair turns out, Callie. You're being very brave trying to do 2 colors. I'm like, oh boy. I'm excited. I hope it goes well. I'm manifesting for you, bestie. I can't donate any of that? Oh my god, that's homophobic. Wow. Alright, well, I'm going to sell all of it then, I guess. Probably. I mean, what would be the point to keep it? Let's see, shipping bin. Might as well make money off my endeavors. I'll keep the earth crystal because I think that can be used to make some stuff. I think it'll be fine when I actually get to it. Fair enough. My hair is lightening up a little bit closer to like the orange that I wanted, which I'm excited about. It does like the way it happens though is that every time I take a shower, I feel like the water looks like macaroni orange. which is not ideal. Toasty and I made a goof of cleaning the shower and then dyeing our hair the day after we cleaned our shower. We're like, really? Really? Why would we do that? Hello, penguin. Purple or orange until August. Ooh, either of those would be fun. I was actually trying to go for, like more of a, like, true ginger moment, but it kind of is a little bit more vibrant than that. Welcome in, penguin. How are you doing, friend? Welcome, welcome. Ooh, I will. Oh my gosh, can we get some exclamation point manifest in the chat? That's super exciting. I'm a firm believer that's what's meant to come your way will come your way, friend. So I'm hoping you get the contract and you find some place to live as well. You got this. Call us Poppy? We're the ID system. What are those mushrooms? You mean these ones here? Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to pick them up. The little purple ones? Also, welcome in, Poppy. I hope you're doing well. We're doing good. We're having a good day. We definitely went on a little side quest from the main adventure, but that's okay. Side quests can be fun sometimes. I think I mean, no, I guess it makes sense. These are actually sprinklers. I have a mod that makes my sprinklers look like mushrooms. If somebody can do exclamation point SDV mods, it'll show all my Stardew mods for you if you want them. TY Kelly. Oh. Wow, in all this so far, in 80 something geodes, I've had one thing to turn into this man. That's actually a crime, but I do have this that I need to turn into him, actually, and this. So, let's see. Shipping bin. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. What a weird gift that we get. I'm guessing there will be like other pieces to it. Clint's probably like, you again? You're back again? Listen, Clint, I'm making you rich today, so I don't want to hear about it. I do. Yeah, I have a little bee cursor as one of my mods do. And my little character, if you look at my character, it's a custom outfit made to look like my little VTuber. So we've got some fun mods. Yeah, the little bee pointer. I think I got that, I think our mod KO had sent me the mod when they found it on Nexus, because they were like, wait, bee has to have this. And I was like, I agree. I have to have this. Thank you so much. You're the best. It's the best when people like see something and they think of you. I think that's always so sweet. Ooh, pizza. Yeah, of course. I try my best. I can't say that they're always 100% up to date because it can be hard to remember to do that, but I always hope that they give people at least like a, oh no. Oh man, I did not want to give the small child my pearl. I feel like that was probably worth a decent bit of money. And I don't even know if I've turned the pearl in. Oh, I think pearls are kind of rare too. Wait, I'm salty. Wait, do I cheat? I might get my pearl. Oh no, I didn't give it to her. Oh, what did I give her then? I don't even know what I gave her. Okay, well, at least my pearl is safe. And apparently I can't turn it in, so that makes me feel a little bit better about it. Maybe I should keep that. Is the pearl useful for anything? Maybe I should keep it. I don't know if it's useful for anything in particular. Okay. Wait, it's a universal love gift. If it doesn't turn in, does that mean you already turned one in? Um, yeah, so like if you go up to him, he'll say like, "Oh, sorry, like it doesn't seem like you have anything to donate." So then you know that nothing in your current inventory at least is donatable. Okay, if this is a beloved gift, let me give it to Penny then. Dishes, dishes, dishes. Ugh, if my mother wasn't always nursing a headache from her late nights at the saloon, maybe she could help around the house a little bit. So real, bestie. So real. I should have done this before I went down there. I'd have to, like, do it from scratch, and I'm not gonna do that. Need some crystals? I can probably do this. I don't know what kind of crystals she wants, though. Ruby, topaz, emerald. Oh, I bet I have those. I bet I have those. Emily, where art thou? Oh, exclamation point captions should give you the information y'all are looking for, Poppy. Emily. Emily, she's in her house. Okay. Hi, Emily. What do you need again? You need... Wait, is it Emily? No. Yeah, okay. Ruby, topaz, emerald, jade, amethyst. Oh my god, I have to remember that. Ruby, topaz, emerald, jade, amethyst. Ruby, topaz, emerald, jade, amethyst. Boom. Easy GG. Thank you. And let's see if Shane is in here, because we have pizza. That's one of his favorite gifts. No, he's not around yet. Heck. Yeah, of course, I tried my best. I really like that the pixel chat captions keep them when they're on the VODs. That's why I've always done pixel chat captions in particular. And also, I really like that folks don't have to figure out how to turn them on. They're not perfect. I know they don't work super well with for people with like heavy accents. And so I'm sure that's like, you know, frustrating for some folks who can't use them. But they work decently well with my voice, so I try to use them. All right, y'all. Oh, sorry, Topaz. I didn't mean to do that to you. I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to like pee and stretch and all the good things. So I will BRB. Make sure if you need to check in with yourself, med check. Hydrate if it's hot where you are. Make sure you're hydrating. Stretch, all the good things. And I will see you in a few. BRB. Alright, hello gamers, I'm here. At least for now. I'm gonna have to go get the pizza when it's done, but... Oh shoot, I didn't mean to be over here. But I got too hangry to wait for dinner, so I put some pizza in. And if I get hungry again later tonight, probably because it's a little bit early, then I will have some of the chicken. Hi Alyssa. Oh, and Poppy, of course. Anytime, anytime. I don't mind answering questions. I've talked before about how, like, I do ask that people don't only come in and ask me streaming questions, like, that they, be a part of the community too, because I don't want, I'm not just like a streaming teacher, but in general, when it comes to that kind of stuff, if you have a question, like, I do not mind answering, at all. All right, cool. That should clean up our stuff. I don't really know what to do with these last couple of days of this season. Oh, I should go see the cart lady, actually. We are crossing our fingers and our toes and everything else that we can for a red cabbage. Give me a red cabbage. We do need to plant. It's only going to give us one, so I don't think that helps us really. Amaranth. Green couch. I don't remember what I have in my house, so I don't remember if that's useful or not, but I have 700 gold, so I'll grab it. Oh, did I run past some of them? Oh yeah, I did. Here we go. Boom. Ooh. Is there a list of seasonal things that will change? Wait, what do you mean? A lot of things change each season. Like your crops will change, and the two things that we need right now for the community center bundle is 2 summer crops. So the flowers will change, the trees, just pretty much everything changes a little bit in the environment when the season changes. Oh, actually we don't even have a couch, so this will be nice. Let's put this over here for now, and then we can put our couch in. Cute! I don't like that it's not lined up, but nothing ever lines up in Stardew Valley. Because, I guess, Concerned Ape likes to spite me. Yeah, kind of. Like, if you look at the seeds that you have... Oh, ooh. Ooh. More damage. If you look at the seeds that you have, I have a mod that colors them so I can tell what season they grow in, but even if you don't, if you hover over the seeds, it'll tell you, like, what season they're from, so... Also, y'all, I'm gonna share this with yous because it's going around on Twitter again. I'm gonna pin it. It is we're back here again, but in 2022, I made a user voice for Twitch, asking them to have a Disability Pride Month celebration like they do for all of the different identities. I've also been trying to advocate for a long time for them to... Oh, look, wait! We got a sewing machine. That's so cool. Chloe's clothing therapy. Go to the mayor's house today. Interesting. Okay. Advocating for them to do a disability guild now that that's the kind of way that they're doing these things. And we haven't had any luck yet, but I'm holding out hope. So if for some reason you haven't known about it and you haven't voted through your Twitch account, you can do that at the link above, and I would really appreciate that. That would be awesome. Boom, we can make fun things. Oh my god, look at that little shirt. That's so cute. How fun. In 5 seasons. Wow, amazing. I did a lot of the Skull Caverns. I got into the Skull Caverns from I got like interested in them and doing them because of the desert festival that they added for 1.6, and that got me invested, and I leveled up my combat a lot. Actually, we're really close to leveling up to level 10 in all of our skills, which is very exciting because it means that we unlock that secret door he added in 1.6. Let's see where we're at with that. Actually, I'm curious. We should sell all those flowers too. Here. Oh, wow. All we need is foraging. So we should do some foraging today. See if we can get that level up. And I should swap out some of my sprinklers with these iridium sprinklers I got. Yeah, he added a secret door. So and I've never seen what's behind it, so I'm really intrigued. Okay, let me see. This is an artisan good, but do I need that? No, I already have quite a few. So I'll just sell those. Probably make us some good money. Right, let's see. I'll bonk out these sprinklers here. And I'll put these purple ones in. Very good. And then I'll bonk out this lower quality one with this. Sure, that'll do for now anyways. Okay. And then I should say hello to as many of my pets as I can so they're not cranky with me. Okay. Make sure that this is going. Oop, oop. Ow. Ow. You're a little bugger. Oh, I guess I didn't have any cheese going. That was silly of me. Not that it would have mattered since Harvey stole my cheese anyway. Very rude. Oh, look at the straws are done. Nice. Oh, and the potatoes too. We're gonna make so much money today. Elite. Good timing, since I think the season ends literally tomorrow. To all of you who were, who liked my bee pointer, look at my little custom shipping bin that has honey dripping out of it, and then look at the little bee. He hides in there. He's just our little friend, our little buddy. And this is my little outfit that matches my character, my little VTuber. Hello, dancer. How are you? Welcome in. Ah, no worries, Callie. No worries. Enjoy. You have a nice day off. I want you to have a good time with it. Alright, this will probably be our last day in game, y'all. And then I'm gonna wrap up to go eat my pizza and chill. But we're gonna be playing more Stardew tomorrow. I'm thinking, as long as I feel up to it, that I'm gonna go live a little earlier tomorrow, so that we can have some time to play our solo playthrough, this one, for a little bit before we get into it with our pals. So yeah. So we can start our summer stuff and get set up with, like, trying to get our gold melons, and apples and stuff going. Or not apples. We need gold melons and we need, pufferfish, which are both summer things. So we will focus on that tomorrow. I have everything I need to survive and more. Nature plays a wonderful tune if you can only learn to listen. You're so cute. I love Linus so much. The bee carrot. Yeah, see, he picks it up and he just, you know, he buzzes away with it. Alright, I'm trying to get my foraging skill up. I wish that I could get a foraging book, but I have to wait for the bookseller to be around, and I don't know when that'll be. Thank you for the follow, friend. Welcome in. It's really satisfying when you can repair something yourself instead of just throwing it away. True, true, bestie. True, true. The fresh mountain air is nice on a day like this. I wonder if the frogs will make an appearance soon. She's so cute. Look at that. I've never noticed that owl. I don't think I can engage with him, but... Making something? Yeah, pizza. I got hangry. I love you. I love you. Can you actually take it out when it's done? Sure. You don't have to cut it or anything. I'm gonna end stream after this day and I'll get it, but... Okay. I just don't want to get up to, like, pull it out. Mm-hmm. The cats were being really cute sitting next to each other on the couch when I went to go take a photo. Judy got up. Yeah, they've been having kind of a cute little day hanging out together after Judy stopped working. Y'all been hanging out? Yeah. You're not working? She says, I'll go work, Dad. Oh my god, my brain is so, melted, dancer. Oh, no worries, puppy. Y'all can come whenever it works for you. But I read your message wrong, Dancer. You can tell I'm such a little, like, melted head gamer because I thought that said that you were reading 50 pages of Wuthering Waves, which is a game, and I was like, how are you reading pages of Wuthering Waves? I was like, are we reading like fanfic or like what's happening? And then I realized that you said Wuthering Heights. uh, I'm proud of you for finding a way to like work with your brain and body, even though obviously it's a bummer that, you know. I thought that one of the things you could get in the Skull Caverns is some of the new pets that follow you around, like the frog and the bird. And I'm like, heck, I did all that time in the Skull Caverns, 200 levels, and I can't have one. I want a prismatic frog. I have 8 prismatic shards. How do I... Can I coax the frog to coming to me with my shard? How does it work? I think she's posturing for dinner, so getting her to stay in her cat tree is gonna be... Yeah, it's 6 p.m., so... It's Junie posturing territory for sure. There is no timer on this pizza. Can you check him? It was supposed to be 15 minutes. I don't know. I stuck it on there. I definitely set a timer, but it must not have, like, actually stuck. Uh-oh, y'all. Pray for my pizza. I wanted to read The Color Purple for Pride Month, but apparently everyone else in the province had the same idea. Oh, no. Alright, well, I'll take it. I'll take not burnt. Considering. Come on, I'm foraging all these onions. Can I not level up here? I wanted to level up today. I desperately wanted to level up today because I want to see what this door is. But you can only do so much foraging in a day. And I don't know any other way to level up foraging other than to gather what you can around town. Ooh, let's go, Alyssa. Alyssa, if you need another sapphic book rank, I'm trying to get everybody to read this book I really liked called Honey Witch. So I'm just saying. Ooh, we got a Emily cutscene. Hold on. Welcome to clothing therapy. What is this? You're probably wondering what is clothing therapy, and I'll try to explain. So many of us are struggling with personal issues, things holding us back from living how we want. It's important to me that everyone has a free and happy life, so I came up with a new kind of therapy to help people achieve that. What does regency mean? I don't know if that's a dumb question, but... Thank you for the follow, friend. It's based on the amazing power of self-expression. Self-expression is a wonderful healing tool. Did you know that? Behind this curtain, you'll find racks and racks of clothes. There are endless options to choose from. Your job is simple. Find the outfit that truly speaks to you and put it on, feeling confident in yourself and your choice. You all have a unique style to share with the world. Shane, you're up first. What is this, like magic trick? Oh, like Bridgerton vibes. Actually, Honey Witch has a little bit of that. A little bit of that too. Ah, B, you're just in time. Just observe and keep an open mind, okay? Honey Witch is more fantasy though. Oh my god, wait, look at him. He looks all punk rock. I love that for him. Listen, Shane's a real sad guy. I'm glad that he gets to, experience being himself. Oh, like pre-Victorian. Okay, interesting. Not Clint panicking over here. How pretty! Oh my gosh. Look at the little emotion. That's so cute. I love that. I love her hair down like that. This is so cute. I've never seen this before. Oh my gosh. Not this. Wait, is that like a lore thing? Because doesn't he look like Gus or whatever his name is there? I'm intrigued. Not Gus. Someone might know what I'm thinking of, but maybe not. Not what is this outfit? Oh my gosh. I didn't expect that. I don't know if this is gonna work with my custom modded clothes, to be honest. Was gonna say that I've never seen this cutscene before. It's really cute. I've never gotten far enough with Emily's relationship to see this before. Oh, no worries, friend. Thank you so much for lurking. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you soon. Wait, Clint actually looks cute. Wait, if this was Clint, I might not hate him as much. This is a whole vibe. I mean, he'd have to work on his attitude too, but that was cute. Do I not get to go in the cool clothing machine? That would be unfortunate. Oh, oh, Clint's interrupting oh, we were trying to have a moment and he's, oh, okay. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, and now he's sad because I think that he wanted, oh man, oh god. Oh man, listen, I don't even know if I'm gonna wind up with Emily, bestie. I'm flirting with all of the pretty femmes. I'm so sorry. Anyways. Anyways, I'll be on my way now. So I'm gonna try to forage everything that I can to see if I'll get a forage skill overnight. Fingers crossed. Manifesting. I know. I kind of feel bad for him in that moment, though. Never thought I'd say that about Clint, but... Oh, we're getting so many cutscenes, and I love the cutscenes, but I also want to go eat my pizza. And I'm being bamboozled. Alright, Abigail, what do you have to say to me, my love? I guess you're wondering why I'm in the graveyard at this hour. Kinda, yeah. I'm also wondering about your sword situation. Well, I'm here because it's the best place in town to find some, privacy. No, I also don't really like Clint, Dancer, to be fair. I used to have a mod in, and I should get it back, that replaces him with a beautiful trans woman of color named Clarice, who's a sapphic and interested in Emily in a less creepy way. But I got rid of a lot of my mods when 1.6 happened because I wasn't sure how functional they'd be. So. And I'm all sweaty because I've been practicing my... Oh, sweaty because of your swordsmanship. Oh, yeah. Okay, Abigail. Yep. Hey, what? You think I'm too weak to sling a blade? Oh, no. No. I don't think that at all. You're such a little fantasy queen with your flute and your sword and all of that. So you understand why I'm out here then? I've lived in the valley my whole life, but I've never done anything memorable. I want to go on an adventure. Abigail. Oh, not Pierre. Gross. Dad? Why is he in the tree? What the heck? That was creepy. I've been looking all over for you. Your mother wants you to come home and help with dinner. It's like 9 p.m. What are you doing in the graveyard anyway? This is no place for a young lady. I hate Pierre. This is not even your daughter, bestie. Mind your own business. You think I should be happy? You think I should be at home cooking dinner because I'm a girl, don't you? You're really stuck in the past, Dad. Let's get out of here, B. Oh, I guess I'm helping Abigail escape. I'm coming. Let me come. I want to come. Thank you. I will not be coming back, please. Thank you. Oh. Okay, my dad won't find us here. Sigh, can you believe that my parents were ever young? They don't understand my perspective at all. I know. They grew up in a different era with different values, but it still just ticks me off sometimes, okay? Well, anyways, thanks for hearing me out, Bean. Now could you help me untangle my hair from this bush? Oh, yeah. And also, Pierre is, like, annoying because he is keeping my sweet Caroline in a relationship she's not happy in. And, like, if he wasn't there, I could romance the sweet green-haired girl and I'd never have a question of who I'd have to date again. But that's not what happens because his stinky self is around. So, I don't like him. Plus, him and Demetrius do have very weird possessive vibes over their daughters, which is just like, meh. Meh. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, prize ticket. Nice. Y'all, everybody, exclamation point, meh. Well, no, actually, we know that we didn't level up in foraging because, it would have said the thing about, like, you have some ideas to sleep on. So I guess probably not. Heck. Next time. I really wanted to get it today, but I don't think we will. Don't think there's anything else I can forage for. Rest in peace. We're so close, too. Yeah, he never talks about Sebastian, and when you first start dating Maru, if you date her, which I highly recommend because she's lovely, but if you date her, when you first start dating her, he's like very weirdly overprotective, as if she's not a whole adult, where he's like, you better not hurt my daughter. So, I'm not big into that vibe. Yeah, him and Elliot, hand in hand and liking bougie gifts. And only bougie gifts. All right, y'all. That's gonna have to be it. We did not make nearly as much progress as I was hoping that we would make today. But that's because I got distracted. So that's my B. But it's fine. That means we can start with summer tomorrow. We can get all set up. We can see if we can get that foraging skill up. You know, we got a lot to look forward